Good afternoon. A little bit later than I normally am, for which I apologise. Things have been a bit of sixes and sevens here for various reasons. But hey, I'm here now. Better late than never. And today I want to talk to you about and demonstrate the wonders of a technique called NLP. Now, pin back your luggles and listen. NLP stands for Neurolinguistic Programming, which is, if you break it down, neuro is nerves, linguistic is language, and we all know what programming is. Programming is what people do to computers, so the computers will do the right thing. But your brain is also programmable. And the main programmer is you. With the help of some outside influences, admittedly, but you program your brain to react in certain ways. And basically, the linguistic bit is actually thinking, not speaking, but most people think in words. And the core of NLP is what you think affects how you feel, and that affects how you act. But if you think about it, it's pretty simple. It makes sense. If you are feeling down, you're going to react in a different way to circumstances to how you would if you're feeling upbeat and optimistic. But while it's obvious that the words that you think can affect how you feel, and that goes on to affect how you act, what is less clear, but happens to be true, is that how you act can affect how you feel and how you choose to think. The simplest example of this is when you stand upright. How can I best explain this? If you show a child stick figures of people standing up, sitting down, or kind of hunched over, and ask the child how they think the person feels, they will inevitably use negative words for the hunched over figure. They recognise that that means the person is feeling bad in some way. Sitting down, they will probably use neutral words, but standing up, they will probably say, oh, that person's feeling good. Because actually, I think I've said this before, go and Google the Wonder Woman stance. And that has got scientific studies on it. Basically, if you are standing tall and upright, that is a position that your brain associates with, oh, she's feeling confident. And so you will act in a confident way. Now, one of the wonderful things about NLP is that you can set what is called an NLP anchor. In fact, you probably have two natural NLP anchors. I've already mentioned one, standing upright. The other is smiling. Because from a very, very young age, it starts when you're a baby, your mind associates the particular muscle positions that your face goes into when you give a natural smile with, oh, she's feeling happy. We will release the happy chemicals. And you can actually smile, even if you don't feel like it, and your brain will release the serotonins and the dopamines, all the chemicals that make us feel good. So you have 2 natural NLP anchors. You may actually have a third. If you were very romantic when you were young and you've got our song, when you hear it, will trigger memories of the person or the situation. And even if you weren't feeling it before, you will probably end up feeling all gooey and romantic. So these are real life examples of where what you're doing can affect how you feel and how you act and how you think. But wouldn't it be wonderful if you could kind of program your brain to feel a specific feeling? Let's take confidence. That's the usual example I use. So I'd like you to take a moment just to think, is there one feeling that you would like to be able to turn on when you need it? Whether it's confidence, calmness, empowerment, whatever it is, I'd like you to think of a feeling that you would really like to be able to turn on like a tap anytime you need it. Now, in a bit, I'm going to be doing some gentle, light form of hypnotherapy with you. So that's warning number 1. While you are thinking about what you might want to program your NLP anchor to be, I'll just tell you a little tale. My son used to suffer from lack of confidence when he was a teenager. Okay, most teenagers do, I know. But about the time he was going through that, I was working through a book called Change Your Life in 7 Days by Paul McKenna, which used self-hypnosis. And it really made a massive difference in me. And Steve had seen that and noticed it. And what I didn't know was that off his own bat, he went off and bought another book by Paul McKenna. He read it, he used it, and he set himself an NLP anchor for confidence. I think the book was called Instant Confidence. He did that when he was 18, and the anchor still works, and he's now in his 30s. So once you've programmed the anchor, if you use it regularly, your body will remember what that particular configuration of your muscles means, and it will release the chemicals that say, this is how this person is feeling. So hopefully you've decided what feeling you want to tap into. I'd now like you to pick a small, insignificant gesture, something that you have to think about to do that you don't do automatically. Now, it could be something like just gently pulling your ear, or it could be squeezing the thumb and forefinger together, or it could just be touching your wrist, or maybe touching a piece of jewellery, like a bracelet or a watch or cufflinks. And when you've got your the feeling that you want sorted out, and when you've got a small gesture that you're happy to use sorted out, the next thing to do is to put those together. So if you can't do it now, if you're not in a situation where you can close your eyes and, go into a bit of a trance, then turn back and stop this video now and play it back when you're ready, and look for my namaste sign as a sign that I'm beginning the main part of the video. So here we go. Get yourself settled and comfortable. And I want you to think back to the last time you experienced the feeling that you want to be able to feel at will. Remember the last time, or if you can't actually remember the last time, then imagine what it feels like, or put yourself in a situation in your imagination that you know you would approach differently if you felt really confident. So whether you're taking yourself back to a real past event or whether this is all coming from your imagination, I want you to put yourself to really imagine that you are feeling that feeling of confidence or whatever it is. Take yourself back to that memory or build the image that you're bringing from your imagination. And I want you to make the image really bright and really clear. And I want you to make the feeling associated with this image really strong. And then as you gently breathe, maybe with every breath, you can imagine that the feeling becomes twice as strong as it was before. And maybe you can let the colours of the image become twice as bright as they were before. Let the image grow brighter, let the feelings go stronger and stronger and stronger until you can't make them any stronger, and then make your gesture. And then break gesture, open your eyes, let the image go, bring yourself back into the room and have a think. What did you have for breakfast this morning? Think about something really, really mundane. It doesn't have to be breakfast, can be a shopping list, can be anything. Okay. That's called breaking state. Now I'd like you to settle back, close your eyes and take yourself back to that memory or to that image that represents the feeling that you want to feel on tap. Once again, make the colours and feelings really bright and really clear. Let the feelings grow stronger and stronger and stronger. Maybe with every breath, the feelings become 3 times as strong. And just take it up and take it up and take it up until that feeling cannot possibly get any stronger. And then make your gesture. And then break state. Take your hand out of the gesture, whatever you're doing. Bring yourself back to the normal world. And what was the last book that you read? Or what was the last TV show that you watched? Or what you're going to be having for dinner this evening? Think about something really, really mundane. Just take yourself away from what we've been doing. And then maybe wiggle your fingers and toes, shrug your shoulders, get yourself comfortable again. And then close your eyes. And once again, bring up that image that represents the feeling that you want to be able to call on at will. Let the image become brighter and clearer. Let the feeling become stronger and stronger and stronger. With every breath, let it become 10 times as strong. Make the image and the feeling so strong, so bright and so clear that you feel they can't get any stronger. And then take it up just one more notch and then break state. Open your eyes, release the gesture. And then just take a look around you. Maybe notice something in the room. Maybe think about what you're planning to do later in the day. And then once more settle back. Bring the image to mind. Make the image and the feelings bright and clear and strong. And let the feeling grow stronger and stronger and stronger. And when the feeling is so strong, you feel it can't get any stronger, just take it up one notch and then make your gesture and then break your state. Come back to normal. And this time, got any plans for tomorrow? Just think of something totally mundane. And then last time, get yourself settled and comfortable. Close your eyes. Imagine that image or that memory of the time when you felt how you want to feel. Make the image and the feeling bright, clear and strong. And as you breathe, let the image and the feeling get clearer and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and still stronger until you feel it cannot get any stronger. Then take it up one more notch and make your gesture. Then break gesture, bring yourself back to the room. Now, what we've done there is start a process for you of associating the gesture that you've chosen with the feeling that you want. Will this one go through be enough? Probably not. But you've got this video. So feel free to come back and go through this process once a day at least until you will find that your mind and body associate the gesture that you've picked with the feeling that you've picked. And so you will be able, when you're in a situation where you need to feel like that, just make your gesture and all will be well. If you ever watched Tony Blair give a speech, you might have noticed he touches his cufflinks before he starts it. That's his NLP anchor. I know this because the person who taught me this was in the same class or knew the person who taught Tony Blair to do that. So there you are. This is a technique that is used by the rich and the famous and the powerful, but it's available to everybody and it's not difficult to do. It's just, as so many of my techniques are, it's using your mind in a way that works for you. So if you keep going through this process at least once a day, eventually, just as your body automatically associates the muscle configuration of a smile with feeling happy, eventually your body will associate the muscle configuration that you set up with the feeling that you want. It will do that to an extent now, but the more that you go through this process, the stronger the link becomes. And this is one of those things where it's all very well doing things with me, but it's what you do in your day-to-day life that matters. If this is a technique that appeals to you, go through it. Repeat it at least once a day. And then if you find it works for one feeling, do you know what? You can program a different gesture for a different feeling. You don't have to stop at one. But it does depend on you making sure that you regularly update, regularly program it. So there you are. Whether it's confidence or calmness or empowerment or whatever you want. That is a way that you can enable yourself to tap into the feelings that you need when you need them. Just pretty cool, really. Right. I'm not going to include what I'm going to do next week yet. I might do something with the emotional freedom technique, or I could do something with Qigong. If you've got a preference, let me know. In the meantime, look after yourselves. Thank you for watching. Thank yourself for wanting to watch something that you know can help you. If you've got any comments to make, you know how to contact me. If you would like to give me an idea for something you would like me to cover in a future video, feel free to DM me, and I will hope to see you next week. Stay safe and well. Namaste. My pleasure, Lorraine. Glad you find it useful. Take care.